Greetings and welcome back, everyone. You really don't want to miss this story. Lee Jong Suk and IU have finally announced their reunion after 2 months of heartache, silence, and unending rumors. They have opened up in a way that nobody anticipated. So it's more than simply a straightforward reconciliation. Millions of individuals were halted in their tracks by one phrase in particular. No IU. I went utterly insane. Everyone is talking about this love story, which is characterized by vulnerability, longing, and pain. So grab a drink, take a seat, and let's explore the truth of their sad reunion, how fate brought them back together and what actually transpired behind the scenes of their painful separation. I promise you won't want to miss this roller coaster, and you'll want to stay to the very end to find out what happens next. In the Korean entertainment industry, few love tales have captured people's attention as much as IU and Lee Jong Suk have. Following a discreet breakup 2 months ago, their relationship was assumed to be gone. But now it's back in the news following an emotional and startling revelation. They're back together. However, this isn't your average reconciliation. No. This is a love tale characterized by genuine, unfiltered emotion and openness, which is uncommon for celebrities of their kind. Despite being quiet at first, their confirmation caused a stir on social media. Then came the saying that warmed everyone's heart. No IU. I went utterly insane. With such remarks, Lee Jong Suk revealed his true self to the world, revealing a guy who is incredibly and fervently in love. Fans were caught off guard when they broke up in February. No public altercations or accusations of treachery had occurred. Instead, IU's agency abruptly announced that the couple had chosen to split up because of their busy schedules. Many initially believed the usual scenario of busy stars drifting apart. However, as time passed, fans were aware of the unsettling quiet that ensued. By canceling appearances, missing events, and remaining silent on social media, IU completely stepped back from the spotlight. Lee Jong Suk, meanwhile, apparently poured himself into his profession. Later, insiders disclosed that the actor was having serious difficulties. He became abnormally silent on set, lost weight, and struggled to fall asleep. It felt like he had lost a piece of himself. It wasn't just a breakup. According to a close acquaintance, it felt like something basic was shattered inside of him. Regarding IU, people who worked with her in the weeks after the split reported that her typically vivacious and upbeat personality had drastically soured. She wasn't herself. Even one of her record label employees acknowledged that during rehearsals, her typically emotionally charged songs sounded flat. It seems that they were both having a hard time accepting their separation. They attempted to persuade themselves that leaving was the proper course of action, but love doesn't always follow reason. It lingers sometimes. At that point, destiny stepped in. IU and Lee Jong Suk went to a charity function organized by a mutual friend a month after their split. They were both unaware that the other would be present, but something changed when they looked at one another across the room. Lee Jong Suk arrived late, and IU was seated at a corner table. It seemed as though time paused for a moment when their gazes locked. The mood shifted. Unspoken but evident, you could sense the electricity between them. That was the pivotal time. On the venue's rooftop, away from the cameras and the public's prying eyes, hours of in-depth discussion ensued. No supervisors, no stylists, just two individuals attempting to figure out what had gone wrong. Signs of their reunion began to appear gradually after that evening. In Hongdae, IU was seen perusing a bookshop that Lee Jong Suk often visited. In turn, he was spotted at a coffee shop close to her workspace. Only a few days apart, the paparazzi caught them boarding planes to Jeju Island. The coincidences were unavoidable, even if they took care to avoid direct contact in public. Then came the informal and private dinner pictures, which were shared, with IU's parents above anything else. According to insiders, it was during that supper that they both understood their reconciliation was more than a passing phase. It was authentic. However, the confirmation was still awaited despite these indications. In the hopes of finding some hint that might provide the truth, fans were anxiously awaiting every post, song lyric, and interview. After that, Lee Jong Suk spoke up. He didn't sugarcoat his feelings when he spoke to a reputable journalist. He admitted, "I thought I could move on. I did, really, but no, I went totally crazy. I was reminded of her in every song. Her absence tormented every peaceful night. Even though I would smile in public, I always felt empty when I looked around and she wasn't there." His candor was startling. In a society when it is expected of superstars to keep up flawless facades, Lee Jong Suk's unvarnished vulnerability resonated with followers worldwide. It was about the profound, agonizing emptiness that results from losing the one you love the most, not just about missing them. It was more than simply a celebration after their confession went viral on the EU internet. It was a contemplation. Not only were fans delighted for the couple, but they were also motivated. Celebrity relationships have always been characterized as transient, calculated, or even staged. However, it felt strange. IU and Lee Jong Suk had done something incredibly human in spite of the demands of celebrity. They had made a mistake, admitted it, and decided to stand by one another rather than run away from the hurt. And they did it with quiet vulnerability rather than with a lot of hoopla or spectacle, which added to the story's impact. Both IU and Lee Jong Suk experienced personal changes while they were separated, according to close friends of the pair. According to reports, IU started therapy to fill the emotional gap caused by the split. She wasn't simply depressed, she was doubting everything, including her identity, her music, and her image. She had to face aspects of herself that she had hidden beneath her accomplishments after losing Lee Jong Suk. Lee Jong Suk, meanwhile, devoted himself to introspection. He traveled alone, kept a journal for extended periods of time, and even enrolled in short courses in creative writing and psychology in an attempt to better comprehend not only what had gone wrong, but also who he had become. Their reunion wasn't impromptu. Rather, it was the result of meticulous planning, lengthy talks, shared silences, and a mutual decision to stop suppressing their feelings. They have decided to embrace their love without filters, in contrast to their initial dating experience, which was secretive, guarded, and limited by their celebrity. "We are not flawless," Lee Jong Suk said to a friend. "But now that we're honest, that's more important than perfection." According to reports, they have set new limits to safeguard their relationship. No more shady encounters at midnight or hazy boundaries with the media. Rather, they are choosing to be open and courteous with the public and transparent with each other. "I don't want to prove anything to the world," IU informed the director of her label. "We need to show ourselves that we are capable of unconditional love, even in the face of fear." Their story has received uncommon warmth from the entertainment industry, which is frequently so calculating and cold. The duo has received accolades from industry insiders for their bravery and maturity. A renowned director said, "What IU and Lee Jong Suk are doing, that takes heart. This is more than just a celebrity relationship for fans. They have experienced this storyline. They saw the distance, experienced the heartache, and are now seeing redemption." Fans have written in droves about how the couple's reunion inspired them to make amends with loved ones or to believe in second chances that they previously believed were unattainable. One fan commented, "I was going to break up with my partner, but after reading what Lee Jong Suk had to say, I realized I had gone completely crazy. I was reminded that there are some people who are worth fighting for. Brands are also paying attention." According to reports, streaming services are negotiating the rights to create a documentary that documents the couple's journey, not as a spectacle, but as a love letter to resiliency. And a luxury jewelry brand has approached them for a celebration of love ad. Perhaps the most lovely aspect of all of this, though, is how quietly they have been progressing. Without cameras or security, the pair was spotted last weekend helping out at a community center in Busan, giving food and supplies. It was just the two of them, rooted in something much more enduring than celebrity. Their relationship is similar to a well-written K-drama in many ways. It involves heartbreak, misunderstanding, longing, and, in the end, healing. However, this story isn't limited by episode counts or neatly wrapped-up arcs like a written romance is. It is vibrant, erratic, and incredibly authentic. The public has seen their romance develop, and in a world where celebrity romances are short-lived, this one seems to be here to stay. Well, people, there you have it. The touching, honest, and lovely tale of Lee Jong Suk and IU's reunion. How do you feel about their trip? If their tale moves you as much as it does, please share your thoughts in the comment section below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more real-life K-drama moments. We appreciate you viewing, and we hope to see you again soon.